Hi everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends, and today is April 21st, 2018. Today we're taking a look at Bitcoin and why I'm bullish from a macro view, a macro perspective. Please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. So let me go make sure that I'm streaming here right quick, and everything looks good. So what is going on with Bitcoin? If we go and take a look at Binance, we can see that it has been increasing over the last few days. And what has happened yesterday is that it actually crossed right here. If you can see that, a long-term a downward trend line, it crossed that. And very exciting stuff. So we'll be taking a look at that also. But right now what we're doing is we're taking a look at the overall growth trend here before I scroll in here, because it kind of messes up stuff. But anyway, I'm looking at Bitcoin USD, and this is on a logarithmic scale. And you can notice that this big old long trend line that I drew, and I started it back here on August 15th, 2015. So over that time period, it's hit 1, 2, 3 times. That's a very long forward-looking trend line. It's about 25%, 26, not percent, but degrees. So I'm calling it about 25% degrees for long-term growth in the Bitcoin market. That's how I see it anyway. Please keep in mind this is not financial advice, just my opinion. But anyway, this big old line here, I'm calling it, it's the return to mean. So if we ever do have a really terrible time, it's going to crash down. The lowest that I see it going is hitting this line and then bouncing back. But right now I am pretty dang bearish, because if you look at, bullish, because if you look at this line, that's where I think the overall market is going, and it is heading up. So what are some of my reasons for thinking this, for being bullish on Bitcoin for the long term? And this is not just for Bitcoin, it's for a whole bunch of the, let's call them quality altcoins that are out there with real substance to them, real projects, etc. But what I was thinking is that at this point right here, and I'll go ahead and draw a line. Let's see if I can do that. It should be there. It is. Okay, what I was thinking is that we've had different players enter the market at this point where this line is drawn, at that huge drop down where we hit that 6,000 level. From that point forward, things just kind of seem to change, where the institutional investors really started taking an interest at this thing. They wanted to get in here, but they really couldn't. They needed a lot more, let's call it assurance that things were going to be there's going to be legislation in place and so on and so forth, so they could actually get into this market the way they needed to with regulation. And that's what I think has actually happened. So this stuff here, before we have a new set of players, which fundamentally changes the analysis here. And that's how I see it. That's how I think. That's what's going on. So what do I mean by that? What's going on here? Well, you may have heard of the trading desks that are coming in place from institutions. And so, so great, Aaron, what does that mean? What does that mean? Let's go take a look at a little drawing that I made, so you guys can see the long-term perspective of what they are trying to accomplish. And you can see this on what they're trying to accomplish with all the those box patterns, the Bart Simpson's heads that they call it. We'll take a look at that in a bit. But right now, let me give you this picture here. This is what's going on, or will be going on. So my caddy just made 65% on crypto today. WTF, right? So this is what the institutions want to occur. They want this to happen. They really don't give a darn about the caddy. They don't give a darn about you. They want this guy. They want the guy with 250K plus of spendable income and in other investments that they can basically charge. Now, let's just say like JP Morgan or whatever that's out there, do they really care about buying Bitcoin just for the sake of buying Bitcoin increasing in price? They do to an extent, and that is so they can create FOMO. They want to create FOMO here. Why do they want to create that? So this guy will actually call in to the broker and say, hey, get me into Bitcoin. Because, what if your caddy made 65% yesterday on crypto? Oh my gosh, right? So that's the kind of FOMO that they want to get in, because it's not just the money. But let's say, what happens when that would occur is that, yeah, you can expect this thing to, increase, right? They want to increase it to FOMO levels so these guys will get in at the time when they can get in. And for that, I'm looking about June, especially July, is when we're really going to see a strong growth in BTC. Strong growth. BTC, it's going to be glorious days. And this is just my opinion. I mean, this thing could dump down to this line and even down below, right? It's a market. It can go both ways. Excuse me. But as I see it, is that there's really no way. And that's going to happen, that it's going to be continuous growth here. And let me go over to my little drawing tool, GIMP. I'll show you why. So come on, little thing, come up. Okay, so we'll just create a new drawing thing. We'll make that a little bit bigger. Whatever, right? Whoops, I don't want that. New drawing thing. Fine, that works. Okay, little drawing thing. So what we have is we have this guy. Okay, our golfer guy. Yeah, that's our golfer guy, okay? And he's doing the WTF thing. So what is he going to do? He's going to see that his stocks are going like this, maybe if he's lucky. Call that 5%, 10% on a good day. And he's going to want to get into this profit. And he might have, assets, his little asset triangle here where he has his long-term stocks and, his other stuff like this. But anyway, he's going to take a small percentage of his high volatility spendable income that are in his high volatility stocks or other investments. And he's going to say over here to his broker, we'll just call it a B. Yeah, don't you love my, I can't write on this thing anymore. Anyway, he's going to call his broker and he's going to say, hey, get me into this thing called BTC. Okay, so that's what he's going to do, and the broker is going to say, oh, sure, we can do that. Yeah, we can transfer some of your stocks over to BTC, the ones that you want. He says, yeah, this guy says, yeah, do that like yesterday. Okay, fine. So then what happens? Let's go ahead and clear this. Make it bigger. Come on, thing. Okay, so then what happens? So let's say that happens. And so the way brokerages make money is, I still got to put that way down. That's opacity size. The way they make money is not on actually holding the assets, but on the trades. They actually make it on the trades. And let's take a look at trades. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, let's just make that like 10. No. Sorry about that. There. Okay, that should be a small point. Okay, great. Fine. And opacity, put that back up to 100. Okay, great. So he calls in and he says, okay, take my stocks. And he wants to buy Bitcoin. Okay. And the broker is going to say, okay, fine, we can sell your stocks. That is a cha-ching. Then we have another trade of actually buying BTC. That is another cha-ching. Commission fees, okay? Commissions. That's what they're looking for. Commissions and trades. They like high volatility trades because that means they get more commissions. So we have going from the stock, that's a sell, to a buy. Okay, two cha-chings there. Now all of a sudden the guy says, instead of Bitcoin, he's saying, oh, well, you know, this guy, my caddy that just left off, you know, that just left me holding my bag, had this thing called Zilliqa or whatever, some altcoin. And so the stockbroker says, oh yeah, we can handle that too. Sure, absolutely. So we still have this in place. Take the stock to the Bitcoin, BTC, okay? And then he wants Zilliqa. And I'm just using Zilliqa as an example, and it is up today. So take a look at Zilliqa, great project. But anyway, what happens? So he sells the stock, buys Bitcoin, and then to do Bitcoin, he's going to have to sell Bitcoin and buy Zilliqa. So what is that? Two more cha-chings, two more trades. And this is all just to get from one big trade like that from his stock that he's doing over to Zilliqa. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this is a dream. This is a pipe dream for these trading desks to have all those commissions just to get one asset. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? My gosh, this is exactly what they want. And then all of a sudden, let's say, oh, he doesn't want Zilliqa. Dump my Zilliqa for, you know, I mean, the guy's got to be crazy in my opinion. But let's say he wants, I don't know, Ambrosus, AMB, okay? Another good one for you to take a look at. Okay, fine. So here's another sell, and then, but he just can't sell it and go direct. No, he has to sell it, and then he has to go back into Bitcoin. Okay, so this is a buy. Whoops. So this is a buy. This is a cha-ching. A cha-ching. And then here, so he has Bitcoin, and then to go from Bitcoin to Ambrosus, what is it again? He has to sell Bitcoin, cha-ching, and he buys Ambrosus, cha-ching. So are you seeing why these guys, why the institutions are so hungry for Bitcoin or the alts to go up? Look at all these cha-chings all over. This thing is what's called it's called or will be one of their favorite cash cows. And they are going to milk this thing because we haven't even gone into the other things that they could sell. Let's say, okay, well there's classes and courses and all this stuff on Bitcoin or on crypto in general, or they could have special classes on Zilliqa or Ambrosus or Ether, whatever, and they can say, okay, well, let's take a look, you know, okay, these are all classes, how to do it, blah, 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 blah. Another tons and tons and tons of other services that they could offer around this whole beast, this whole candy cash cow machine that we call crypto, the crypto market. There is no way, no way, in my opinion, that they are going to let this escape them. This is what they're after. The commissions on this stuff, they're not actually over the price, but you know what? If they can bump the price up or keep it from failing to create the FOMO, so our little guy says, hey, broker, you know, get me in. And the broker is like, sure, you got it, man. Sure, you got it. It's because of this, all these cha-chings. That is what they're after. That is where they are going to make the money. Okay, it's not buying and holding on to Bitcoin. It is on the trading, That is my opinion. If you have a different opinion, please put it down in the comments. I look forward to the comments. Also, if you please like, share, and get notified on these videos so you can check this out. But this is my explanation of why we're going to look at a long-term bull run with happy gains for everyone in the future. And yes, it can go up or down, but I think it's going up because of this reason, because of the trading desks they're getting in, because of the services that are going to be offered. It's just a whole new thing where a lot of money can be made. And guess what? You're in on this. You are going along for the ride, and that means happy days. So let's go take a look, see what's going on here. So we have happy days coming with all the trades, and I think they're really trying to get that to go up to create the FOMO. Okay, cover that. Now let's scroll in a bit and let's take a look at what's happening. This is on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour, and let me just kill that. Okay, so that's the long term. And let me increase my scale here. Maybe go into auto, we'll hit it real quick. There it is. Okay, so yesterday we had this long-term trend line that we broke up above. And actually, let's see. Yeah, it's hitting that point. It's actually a little bit above there. Okay, so we broke above this point yesterday, and if it comes down, I think it's going to be like bouncing off of this line. But for the most part, I'm looking at trading channels that are pretty much going like this. Okay, this is pretty much like our trading channels, somewhat like that. Okay, so that's where I see us going, bouncing around and so on and so forth. We do have this point right here. Whoops, I don't want to do that. We do have this point right about here. Let's do it about there, where there's pretty significant resistance. And so if we can bounce through that, that'd be great. As you can see, that we have bounced above the 9,000 level briefly, and today we're looks like we're going sideways a bit, which is great because it's cooling off a little. Let me go over and switch to the 1 hour. And yeah, these lines get messed up a bit. Let me take auto off so I can scroll down and show you. So yeah, so it's cooling down a bit, just doing its little sideways motion. We'll see which way it breaks, if it goes up or down. I think, short term here, like today or tomorrow, I don't know. Nobody knows. In the long run, I'm looking, for it to be trading in this channel. And so yeah, it could take a significant dump, or it could go like high. So we'll see. But this line here, that about the 9,000 mark, is significant. But I think we're going to blow through it, because I think we're going to start seeing more ads and more stuff on CNBC and Bloomberg and the likes of positive things about the crypto market, and that is so they can reinforce, okay, BTC is or crypto is a stable investment that you guys can get in. Yeah, it might be, they might do like it's a high risk type of thing, so they might actually charge some type of surcharge, because it's so risky or whatever. I don't know, anything they'll think of to make money, right? So this is basically it. That's how I see it, that it's going to be trading up and down over the long term. These little Bart Simpson's heads that we see going on all the time, like this and like this and this and this. These are high frequency trading bots, and that's to keep it in this range. And I think that they are bumping this up, one, to make BTC a magnet to attract those golfer guys that are out on the golf course and stuff, to get their money, to have them want to get into this, to have the trades. That's what it's all about to me. That's how I see it. So that's about it for this. Let's see how other things are going. We'll switch on over to good old Binance. Take a look at some other stuff. One thing that I really like is that's moved quite a bit today is Zilliqa. I talked about this just the other day, and you know, it's just going up. Right now I have it on the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour so you guys can take a look. And there it is. So pretty nice mark. A little bit of a retraction here, and I mean, it's going to stay stable. It might do, you know, we'll see what it does here, but I like this project, long-term project for me. I have a video on it, so check out my videos on Zilliqa where I did an in-depth thing. Also down underneath the in the description area, there's a link for a class that I made for you guys where you can create your own fundamental analysis spreadsheet, so you guys can do your own fundamental analysis and how to do it. And I actually went over 2 different coins. One is a really good coin that I like, which is XLM, and let's see how he's doing. Yeah, he's just doing his thing here. He's gone up quite a bit and stabilizing, and you know, we'll see what happens with him, but he's another long-term hold. And I also did one on a total shit coin that I think is a shit coin. Very, very popular, though. Got a lot of hype, and so you'll check that out. But anyway, I walked through going through fundamentals of 2 different coins, and you can check it out and learn how to do fundamental, not the technical. Fundamental is where you start, okay? Fundamental analysis on coins with, you know, so you can create your own tracking spreadsheet. Check it out. The link is in the description below. So we have XLM, we have Zilliqa's just having a fantastic day. We go in here and click on the thing. What's the next thing in Storm? And anything else of notice? Switch over here to ETH. So Zilliqa's just pounding it today, right? Just pounding it. Another one that I like is, scroll way on down, is Amber. And it's taking a dump here. And how does that look to you? This is on the 1 hour. Let's go here to the 6. So overall, there's Amber. You know, check out that trend. See how you like it. It's looking right there. It's looking like it's hit the support level and perhaps could bounce up. We'll see. Right now, there's a little bit of green candle there. So hey, you know, best of luck. I like Amber. I do hold Amber. I got in yesterday, of all things. I got in yesterday. Also, what else? Yeah, I always have to talk about this one. So we have Zilliqa, and then the one I always talk about and just really, really like for the long term is VeChain. And in Q2 of this year, June, I'm looking for good things to happen when they launch their mainnet. But as you can see, VeChain, if you look at this line here, it goes pretty much straight, but its overall trend, looks like it's increasing overall, right? And this has been a really good, I think it's just a superior coin to take a look at. So take a hard look at Ven. Plus they have the staking thing coming up, which I think will have tremendous opportunities. Anyway, that's about it. So I just want to make this video quick, going over the long-term things of why I think that BTC is going to go up, and we are pretty much out of the bearish trend that we have been in for so long. So best of luck to you, all of you guys, and this is just my opinion. I mean, it can go up or down, and yeah, that's how the market happens, right? Okay, you guys know this. But best of luck to all you guys. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, and get notified, and have a wonderful, fantastic weekend. So I'll